Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and there's news of a Trezor phishing scam going around. So I wanted to break it down for you, explain what it's all about, and then I will show you how to avoid it and keep your crypto safe. So let's get started. All right, so there's several news stories that I've read today concerning this Trezor phishing scam. The first thing you might want to know is what exactly is a phishing scam. It's basically just a fraud email that comes in trying to trick you into clicking a link or downloading an attachment. The first and foremost thing to remember about an email phishing scam is to simply ignore it. It's 2023. People are getting bombed with all kinds of scams on a daily basis, so everyone should be familiar with this technique. You get text, you get emails telling you that your bank account has some issue, and then you realize that you don't even use that bank, or you get an email telling you that a product has been purchased in your name at Best Buy on your Best Buy card, and you don't even have a Best Buy card. So those are the ones that are blatantly obvious. But I know it cuts close to home when you get an email concerning a device or a service that you're using, and then you get that doubt. But the main thing to remember is all you have to do is ignore the email and you're perfectly safe. The email cannot do anything to you unless you click on the link or download the attachment. So just keep that in mind as we talk about what's going on here. So I've read several articles about this phishing scam. Most of them point back to a Telegram post by a user called ZachXBT. And then there's also a Twitter thread that I've discovered over here by JHDN. These are basically the two sources, and they're just putting it out there that they have received or know someone that has received a malicious email claiming to be from Trezor, saying that you need to update your firmware. Now, both of these sources are suggesting that it is possible that the Trezor customer database has been hacked. That is a possibility, but no one knows that for certain. Trezor has not revealed any information about that. They've acknowledged that they're aware of this scam, but they have not released any information confirming that there's been any kind of breach to their customer database. So it's basically just speculation at this point. But even if it was a breach of their database, you are still safe as long as you ignore the email. I would be interested to know how many people got this phishing email that did not own Trezor devices, because it is quite possible that this is just a spam email sent out to as many people as they could possibly send it to, and they're randomized, and it's basically just a run-of-the-mill scamming email. So I don't want you to get too wrapped up in this whole idea of the Trezor company database being hacked, because no one has any proof of that, and the two sources of this news story are only saying it's possible, right? They have no proof, so they're not claiming it's a fact. They're just saying they think it's pretty likely, right? So I just wanted to get that part of it out of the way. So basically the email looks something like this. You're going to get an email that tells you that you need to update your firmware. So the first thing I told you was ignore phishing emails. The number 2 way to avoid this scam is never to run updates from an email. So if you get an email from any company telling you that there's some kind of update or security fix of any kind that needs to be run, don't use the email to initiate it. Don't click a link in an email. Don't download an email attachment. The best way and the only way to run updates for your Trezor device are from the Trezor suite. So basically just launch the Trezor suite, and if there is an available firmware update, Trezor suite will let you know. I've got my Trezor device attached already, and my PIN is entered, and I'm going into the Trezor software. And as you can see, there are no updates pending. There's no firmware updates, there's no software updates. So this is your go-to method for verifying any claims that you might get from an email. Now, the third thing, the most important thing I will let you know is that you should never, ever, ever enter your seed phrase into a web browser or on your computer at all. Don't ever be tricked by a website or faux software that's going to ask you to enter your seed phrase. And another thing you should also be aware of, if your device is already set up, there is no reason to enter your seed phrase to do an update. Updates are software based, and it'll show up in your Trezor Suite as either a Trezor Suite software update or a firmware update, and you will click on that to initiate the update. You will never, ever be asked to enter your seed phrase to perform an update. So keep that in mind going forward. So that's really all you need to know to avoid this scam. Just receiving an email does not mean you've been hacked, right? You've just received an email, and we receive emails every day and ignore most of them. A lot of them automatically go into your spam folder. You should check your spam folder and look at all the idiotic emails you get on a daily basis from people trying to scam you. This is just one of many types of scams out there through email. You'll also get text messages as well. So remember what I told you. Ignore phishing emails, number one. Number two, if you're reading an email, don't ever run an update by clicking a link in an email or downloading an attachment. Number three, never enter your seed phrase into software on your computer. Now, you may have already gotten to the point where you clicked a malicious link, downloaded malicious software, and connected your ledger for this update. When you get to that point where they ask you to enter your seed phrase, don't do it. And then you've thwarted them, right? I know it's scary when you hear news like this, but I've just given you all the tools you need to avoid this kind of scam and keep your crypto safe. If you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.